Don't
Yeah.
worry
Okay.
about
So
that. Don't worry about the audio idol. I'll listen really closely and hear what you're saying. Like, oh, you're saying we're fine. Oh, we killed them. Okay.
okay. So you can translate what happens in a more optimistic and yeah. So this is either going to be the shortest session we ever had. Yeah, so it should be interesting. So last time we all met, you have just reached a Greenvostholt, which is a mighty ruin, and it's a sort of a fortress, and on top of it there is this huge and very, very tall tower shrouded by mists. You actually took some time to discover it. And at the gates of this mansion, Nelfane discovered his late wife, sort of, a woman named Esmeralda, who looks exactly like his dead wife. And that specific, I mean, during that reunion, wolves jumped into the clearing just in front of the doors of the mansion, and you fought again that same werewolf that Enoch blinded or half blinded just the session before, if I'm not mistaken. That wolf name was Kirill Stoyanovich. And they were basically after Enoch's sword. And you dispatched them, and you've even managed to capture one of them, a man named Ilya Indirovich. And later on, Enoch made him a sort of an ally. He promised to help you against Strahd in return for his life. So that was very interesting. And later, you decided to investigate the perimeter of the mansion and of the fort and the fort itself, while Nelfane was busy talking to his late wife and figuring out why she doesn't remember him and why does she look very much like his wife. So you don't know exactly why does she look your late wife, but you know that she isn't exactly your wife. It took some time for you two to be together, so she would finally slip some nicknames that she had for you, etc. So you're not really sure what's happening there, but she is, let's say, a mirror or a distant shadow of your wife.
Yeah. Close enough.
Yeah. And while investigating the mansion, there was this big statue of a dragon just in front of the mansion doors. And when Mouse, I think, tried to investigate it, it moved and it tries to breathe this icy cloud. But it didn't do any harm. What it did do is it reminded you of one of Madame Eva's reading. She told you to search for a powerful weapon in the highest peak where the stone is alive. So the dragon is probably the stone that is alive, and the highest peak was the tower. And then, indeed, Vasero and Gary decided to investigate what's happening inside this, inside the peak of this tower. And Vasero indeed entered that room, the room at the top of the tower, and he met there 5, if I'm not mistaken, 5 or 4 undead knights. And he tried to pose as one, and they immediately discovered that he's not one of their own. They killed him, or at least they beat him senseless and threw him out of the window. Luckily enough, Gary saw the dead body of his friend just plunge next to him, and Aramil was ready with a featherfall spell. So the life of your assassin was saved. And you decided to venture in and explore the mansion itself. And you discovered a chapel inside. And basically what happened is that you reach to a platform. There are 2 staircases that lead down to the chapel, a huge stained glass window. And around the chapel, there were 5 knights kneeling. And Enoch discovered that the chapel is dedicated to the Morning Lord. And after a short conversation, Enoch tried to convince the undead knights that they need to help his cause. But they were bound on making sure that Strahd remains in his prison in Barovia, that he must not die again, that he should suffer for all eternity for what he did to this land and to its people. And then they attacked.
We attacked.
Yeah.
And they wanted the sword before
Exactly.
we were actually able to leave. If we wanted
Exactly.
to just leave.
Exactly. And while the combat started, so the situation now, if I remember correctly, is that we have 3 of you downstairs near the chapel, or 2 of you,
2.
with 2, right? So 2 of you, I think it's Enoch and Mouse are down near the altar with 3 knights around them, with 1 knight very beaten and close to crumbling, but the rest look okay. 2 of the knights actually ascended on the stairs and occupied or fought Nelfane and Vasero. And then during the fight, a very decorated knight with a giant sword that looks like a dragon, decorated. The hilt looks like a dragon with 2 wings, appeared and blocked your exit, and he even managed to drop Esmeralda during the fight. This is I think where we stopped last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, for the
We got
shortest session ever. Now,
Just believe in yourself.
Yeah. We finished with your turn, starting. So if you want, I still have the original initiative order. If you want to continue, or you may want to roll again. I don't mind.
I think we should go with where it was.
Yeah, just go wherever we left off.
You can continue.
Okay, so in this case, let me just write it again. Okay.
Do you guys remember me using 2 spells? Because I have 2 spells marked off, so I don't have any more spells left. I remember using Hex. I don't remember using anything else.
Yeah, you did use Hex.
You did. I thought you tried to Eldritch Blast somebody or something like that.
Yeah, but that's a
Eldritch Blast
cantrip.
is cantrip.
That's a cantrip, so then... What are your other first level spells? Maybe you'll jog our memory.
Counter spell? No. Mirror
No.
Image? I don't think
No.
so. Hellish
No.
Rebuke? No, I didn't get hit. Detect Thoughts?
Did you use one in the werewolf fight though?
I think you
Didn't
might
you
have
use
used
mirror image?
I
Yeah,
can't
I think
remember
mirror
if
image,
it
I
was
think.
mirror
Yeah.
image.
Yeah, during the fight with the werewolves.
Yeah, but we might have rested after that.
Yeah,
And
we
a short
rested.
rest, and he got all the spell
Did we short rest before we went into the building?
I
Yeah.
think we did.
Yeah,
So
I
that
did.
he,
Yeah.
yeah.
On
The
that
Sarah needed
front,
some health back.
Did you
Yeah.
use any of my key points?
Probably. Let's see. I've got 11 marked down.
Awesome.
Okay. So just
Yes, I used
to
2.
Okay.
just to make things a bit more clearer, the knight that looks very badly beaten is the knight that talked to you, Brian. That was the same one that told you that Strahd must remain dead, and I mean in this dead form and should not die again. And the big knight that is behind you, he just appeared. I don't think anyone managed to take. You did manage to hit him, but he's not. He doesn't look very wounded at all. So Mouse, you are the first one, and Gary after him.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm down there with Enoch.
Yeah.
So there's a
And-
badly beaten dude in front of me, and then a big guy
Yes.
behind me.
Well, two
Um,
other guys down by the leader also. So there are 3 knights
3 knights.
against
Yeah.
you
Alright.
two
So
that are
you're
both
next to an
dying.
altar. You have 3 knights around you, and you are with Enoch. The big one is upstairs in the balcony, so he's far
Alright.
from you.
Are there
Alright.
2 other knights upstairs with him? So there's 6 in total?
Yeah.
There are
one on
2,
each
3, 4,
stairs.
5, 6. Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, and
And
remember
Nalf-
the,
and
the
Nalfane
one
is
down there
screaming.
with you. What?
Nalfane is screaming upstairs.
Yeah, the one down there with you is hurt, very hurt.
Yeah.
So
That we assume is the leader.
yeah, if we can focus fire on that guy.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna try and hit him with my spear.
Okay.
Does 24 hit?
Yes. So you plunge the spear inside of his body. The armor crumples, and yes, damage.
Damage is 6.
Awesome.
And then I just got up to level 5, and that gets me a second attack. Is he still up?
Yes, he's still up.
Awesome.
So
yeah, don't hold back.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna hit him. I'm just gonna punch him. As my and no. Not unless an 8 hits.
no, an 8. No, your fist hits his armor plate, and they ring. But exactly,
Do you get
vibrates.
Don't you get a bonus attack as well with your?
Yeah. I was just looking at this. I get the martial attack as a bonus attack, and then going up to level 5 got me a second attack, which means I could do that again.
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right. I'm going to try and hit him with my spear again. That seemed to do way better. Sharper. Less.
Pointy.
17. Exactly.
Yes, 17 hits. Yes,
Awesome. And that does 4 damage.
4 damage. So he shouts, looking up at the knight with the dragon sword. He raises his hand and he shouts, "Vladimir, brother, help me, heal me."
Oh, snap.
Gary.
He was looking at the dude.
Unless Mouse want to do anything else.
Oh, I could use the bonus action. I'm going to punch him again and see if this
Okay.
time I can hit him. That armor's hard, you know? That's 17.
Yes, 17 hits again.
Awesome.
So
Nice.
metal bits fly from his armor.
And that does 8 damage.
Okay, so he falls to one knee.
And then that's it.
Okay. Gary, what do you want to do?
He was calling out to the big knight, right?
Yes, Vladimir.
Oh man. And what's our situation upstairs? So Nelphine, what's your how bad are you right now?
It looks really bad. Well, I'm at half hit points, but I seem to be in a lot of pain. But
Okay.
not physical pain.
Could I I think I'm gonna want to just hold a counter spell for that incoming heal.
Okay, awesome. Oh
I
my
like
God.
it.
And use any movement to just stay out of anything, just in the middle of the room, above everything, away from everything.
Okay, so let's resolve that now. This Vladimir guy is definitely going to cast some sort of a healing spell. So how does the counter spell works? Remind me, because I don't remember.
If it's third level or below, it's automatic countered.
Oh,
if
cool.
If it's above that, he has to roll a d20 to see if it counters it.
Okay, no, I think it's below third level. Let me check. Yes. Okay. So as Vladimir, he holds his sword upward, and then the holy symbol of the Morning Lord flashes for a moment. But just before this bright energy engulfs the knight, the kneeling knight, energy, the knight kneeling on one leg just drops with face down.
Yes. Embrace the darkness. Squanch all the light.
This Vladimir knight shouts, "Infidels, destroy them!"
Emiliano, maybe it's time for an airlift for the guys downstairs.
Okay, yeah. So downstairs, right? Okay, I'll fly then. I'll use my movement then to fly down.
I'll prepare them for you. I'll levitate. I'm going to shout to you guys that I'm going to levitate you guys out of there. If Mouse can catch Enoch, it would be nice.
You're going to catch me?
He can hold on to you.
Hold on.
Hey.
Oh,
He can
okay.
try, and that would be good for me.
Can we just make sure we know how many people can Enoch and Mouse like ride on my broom? No, I don't think they can.
Well, if they're levitated, you could probably
these
just
are
push them
levitated.
along.
You can push them out.
Oh yeah. Okay, so me and you are kind of like a medevac put together, Iron Mill.
Yep.
Right, then I'll position myself ready for that then.
Okay, awesome. Nelfin, your turn.
Yeah. Well, shit. I'm ignoring the big knight, and I'm right next to Esmeralda. So I'll cast Goodberry and give her one.
Okay. Her eyes flutter. She seems very confused and worried, looking at the big knight behind you.
Yeah. It's only one hit point, but
Yeah.
it's enough. And then
Yes.
my bear is bravely still fighting this huge knight.
Okay.
And I'm assuming it's an undead. So
Yes.
22, that should hit, and then
Yes.
13 point of damage from the claw.
Okay.
And sadly, it doesn't get to attack again because its master is doing something else.
Okay. So the knight basically tries to dodge your bear's paws, but some of them connect. Very good. Basero, you want to make a death saving throw for us?
Yeah, sure. Okay. And it's an 11.
Ooh, lucky one.
Nice.
So
Uh,
one.
so
success.
How many
yeah,
of those do
one
you have?
success.
Well, this was the first roll, and I have one success now.
Yes. Ramil.
Roll a 20
Okay.
next time.
I scream to Mouse to take hold of Enoch, and I levitate Enoch up as high as I can,
Okay.
which is 20 feet in the air, I think. And I scream to Gary to push them over to the porch.
Awesome.
Okay. So Enoch, you start to float.
Okay.
I hope you're okay with it, right? Right.
Yeah, whatever.
So
I'm
you
good
wanna,
with anything at 4 hit points.
Yeah.
Well, you are raging pretty badly, so
Yeah.
He is in a rage, yes. So
yeah. But
So you pull Mouse up. I need Mouse to make a dexterity check just to make sure you manage to grab onto Enoch.
All right. I got 19.
19 is awesome. Okay, so you grab Enoch. Enoch, it's your turn. You are levitated. What do you do?
okay. So I'm 20 feet above the battle now.
Yes.
How do the other knights look? Like, how badly hurt are they?
They are not hurt at all. They looked shocked. They look shocked that one of their friends has fallen.
Okay. So I'm gonna do like the slow-mo pan. Esmeralda lying on the ground, barely conscious. Viscero unconscious on the ground. Mouse dangling from my foot, bleeding profusely. Myself bleeding. I dropped my rage, by the way.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna yell. What was that guy's name? Vladimir. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'll yell, Vladimir, stop your knights, and I'll hold the sword out sideways and drop it.
So the sword drops down to the floor. Ching, ka-ting, ching, ching. Vladimir looks up and raises a hand, and all his knights stand ready at his command. Yep.
So the Morning Lord would not want us to kill each other. Don't harm my friends.
Who are you to mention the name of the Morning Lord?
So I'll cast light on my medallion and kind of hold it out and say, I'm Enoch, priest of Balder, follower of the light, here to save the people of Barovia. Do not harm my friends.
When you say that, there is the knights. They seem very, very confused. You hear one of them say, "But it is not possible. He killed one of us." And they all start to mumble and whisper. And Vladimir holds his gigantic sword and he says, "Take them to the cells. There will be trial to be held."
I think technically I killed one of your knights. He's got nothing to do with this,
I kick you. Shut
I
up.
just about fall and scramble back up onto your boot.
The knights raise their weapons and they grab the ragdolls, Vasero and Esmeralda. She's up now, and they basically huddle and.
I'll if they'll allow me, I'll go over to Viscero and give him a good berry.
Yeah, they will.
Okay.
They produce these manacles, and two of them point at you, Aramil. Down!
I go down. I mean, I teleport downstairs.
Bam.
Okay. They produce...
I release a levitation too, of course.
We fall like a ton of
Yeah.
bricks. Boom!
Not before I
Fall
cast
on
Feather
me.
Fall.
Okay, Vladimir steps up to the fallen knight and looks down at him. And then he says, "Let the spirit of Sir Godfrey return to us soon." And then he looks at you, Enoch, and he says, "The oath and the measure requires a trial, but infidels led by one of our own faith is unheard of. We'll need to consider this." And they walk you outside of the chapel and through a corridor, one of the doors, descending into the lower floor of the structure. I need you all to make perception rolls.
Oh, I crit a 20 plus. Well, -1 actually, so 19.
I got a 10.
7.
I got a nice one.
Oh, well, I've got an 18.
Okay.
I got 5.
So most of you are too shocked and too preoccupied to notice anything special. But Vasero and Nilfane, you two, as you are being led downstairs, you notice one of the rooms in this mansion is open, and you can see a small dining table inside. With plates and silverware, and the table is set. There is food on the table, and sitting at the head of the table is a young girl. and she pours tea into a floating cup. And she says, "Well, that's for you, Sir Arthur. I'm so happy to be here with you and talk to you because you're the nicest ghost I've ever met." And you see all this as you are being led down. The girl wears clothes that are obviously Vistani.
And the description of this girl wouldn't match the one that the knight was looking for, would it?
Yes, you think so.
Yeah.
Is it Yolanda? What's her name?
Arabelle.
I
Arabelle.
didn't write any of those down.
That was
so-
close.
Arabelle,
Yeah.
there it is.
Okay, you are being led down into cells that are quite damp and dirty. They're not very clean. You're all put in one cell. They don't take away your equipment or weapon. They just look at Enoch and they say, "Swear that you will forfeit your obligation to flee from an enemy captive. You are one of our own."
I'll stay for your trial. You have my word.
And then they leave, and Vladimir looks at all of you with eyes filled with hate, but his other knights seem confused, and they talk among themselves as they go up. They talk in those hollowed voices. Something is very wrong. You're not sure what so far. As they all leave, what do you do?
So I have El Kalar, my mace, and my shield. Or my
The
Warhammer, my
sword
shield?
is not. The sword is not with you.
Okay, so just Warhammer shield. Okay, well, I'll turn to the rest of the party and say, well, I swore that I would stay for their trial, but not you. If you can get out, you should.
Any idea what this trial is? What would it entail?
No, this is not necessarily something my order did much of.
Could you roll for it, maybe? To see?
Could do a history check, see?
Yes.
I'll try one too.
16.
So with a 16, you believe that you will have an opportunity to prove your, or not to prove, but to state your motives. You're basically responsible, at least in their eyes, for the death of one of their own, which is like killing a fellow priest or a fellow soldier. So you will be probably given the opportunity to state your claim and provide any evidence, or whatever. But it's a formal procedure.
Weren't
there you
they
go.
the
I don't-
ones who attacked us first? just
No, we attacked them.
We attacked them.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, well, Nelfane and Enoch attacked them at least.
Mm-hmm. And Mouse
you
dropped the
hear-
guy.
You hear
I'm pretty sure I'm the one who
footsteps.
dropped him, so
Yeah.
I don't know why you're getting punished here.
Yeah.
I'm probably yelling at the gates, going, "He didn't do it. It was me."
Hear footsteps,
Yeah.
and
up.
one of the knights descend. But this knight is not wearing armor. He wears ceremonial robes of a judge. And he descends the stairs and says, "Who is the one among you who is one of our order?"
I am.
And he looks at you and say, "Produce your holy symbol."
I'll show it to him. I'm not going to take it off, but I'll show it to him.
He touches it, and then he take a step back, and he looks shocked, and he looks at all of you and says, "We are in a very interesting situation here. On normal terms, you would have been prosecuted according to the oath and the measure, but the knight you have killed is the highest ranking knight here. He was supposed to be the prosecutor. According to our laws and regulations, and after a lot of debate, you, sir," and he points at you, Enoch, our now appointed prosecutor.
What?
The rest of you should choose one among you who should be a defense attorney.
Oh shit.
Let's put Gary.
And he looks,
Oh,
and
better
he
call Gary.
looks at you, Enoch, and he says, "Your oath to your God demands that you will do an excellent job making sure punishment will come to those who are worthy of it." Yes.
Very well. You have my word, my oath on Balder. It's my lord. I will do the job that I've been tasked with.
You are all free to wander inside our mansion, and to make use of the library. You might need it to research and prepare for the trial, but under no circumstance you are to leave the confines of the fort. By doing so, you will be forfeiting your rights to fair trial, and you will be executed on the spot.
When is the trial, Sir Knight?
Well, unfortunately, according to our laws, it must be held within 24 hours. Otherwise, we would have waited for the spirit of Sir Godfrey to return to his body. This usually takes a month. We cannot wait until then.
All right.
I wish you success, prosecutor, and we are to give the name of the defending attorney to me when you are ready.
Very well.
Can we do like? I asked Enoch, do you know what this trial is going to look like? I mean,
I rolled a 9 in my history. So no, not really. I assume it'll be like a civil court, where there'll be a judge and we'll have to debate.
and you will be the prosecutor.
Trial by fire.
Prosecuting myself, apparently.
Very well.
Trial by Eldritch Blast.
Well,
And
you are your
I'm
own worst enemy,
Yeah.
really.
I'll be sworn to, at least analyze the evidence.
So, I mean, what is the charge? Like, we killed the guy.
Yeah, I guess.
And our defense is that we're trying to kill Strahd, which is the greater evil.
And bring light
Yes.
to this realm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and bring light.
It's dark. We need to end the curse so we can have light again.
Yeah.
I'll drop 4 good berries over to Bizarro so you can get 4 hit points back,
Oh.
and then I'll go over to Esmeralda and give her the 4 also, and apologize for not being able to make it into tea for her. The good berry tea, as you mentioned last time, that she sort of remembered.
Anybody have the is good at
Oh.
persuasion?
Mouse, you can have 5 hit points.
Oh, awesome.
I have 5 persuasion.
I got only 3, but I have
Oh.
deception 6 on it.
I have 8 deception.
Sweet.
Does anybody else need some hit points? Or
I think
want some?
everybody does.
Not me.
Okay.
I slap Gary. Take 1 point of damage.
I for some reason I'm not angered by it. I understand why somehow cosmically.
Yeah,
Cosmic.
just like, I don't need any healing.
Yeah, shut up.
Now you do.
Yeah.
I'll
I ate one of your berries.
I'll give 10 hit points to Esmeralda,
Okay, cool.
and I'm almost tapped out of spells. But we're kind of confined here for the next 24 hours, so I'm not
Yes,
too worried.
yes,
they
we-
won't.
we can-
they won't
we can
attack
do
us.
Yeah.
Is
And
the
we can
door
do a long
open?
rest. So,
He opens the door. Yes.
All right.
Alright.
I,
So-
I mentioned that there's this girl. Remember the knight who found the baby, was looking for a girl and said we couldn't possibly be able to help. I think she's here, talking to ghosts and having a tea party with either ghost or her imaginary friends.
I'm gonna go back to the temple and pray.
I'm gonna go with you for a second, or walk with you as you leave, and ask.
So as you go out to leave, one of the knights return with a measuring wire, and he starts to take all of your measures.
For our caskets.
Actually not.
I demand that he measures the height of my hat as well.
No wizard is ever buried without his hat.
This is standard procedure, young man. Always take it from the hat.
So Gary,
I'm going to go talk to that girl. She might know more about these people.
You mentioned
and
some sort of library. I'm
Yes.
going
Yeah.
there and I'll do some research
too.
there.
Okay.
I'll go there too.
So Aramil and Vasero go to the library. Nelfane is going to talk to the child.
Yeah.
Enoch is going to pray.
Anybody is welcome to come along.
Esmeralda will come with you. Gary
Nice.
and Mouse.
I had it with Enoch, and I wanted to talk to him.
Okay.
I think I'd follow who's it going in the library?
And Vasera and Aramil.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, what Gary wants to do, I'll talk to Enoch about is how much is Enoch with us in this sort of thing. Like, I'm not saying you should give a crappy prosecution, but I'm sure the main goal is just to unite with these people so we can attack Strahd. But if they for some reason are not convinced by it, if he's willing to help us during the trial, because these guys aren't doing anything to break this curse of Strahd.
they don't want to break the curse, but a good prosecutor, I mean, my job is to find the evidence to support the charges and ensure that those charges or that justice is meted out. And I've sworn to do my duty there. So I'll have to find the evidence, but that evidence is based on an old code of theirs, the Oath and the Measure, which is probably archaic, so we'll need to find that and see how our actions stand up against the Oath and the Measure, more specifically my actions.
Okay.
Okay. Can you recite the oath?
Is the Oath and the Measure something I would have taken as a worshiper of Balder, or is this not familiar to me?
You do believe it's an archaic form of code that should govern the behavior and actions of a knight.
Mm-hmm.
Let me recite it for you.
Oh.
It'll take a minute. So, yes. Wait a minute. Wait for it. Oh, come on. So you know that the oath is basically the simple sentence, "My honor is my life." And the measure is basically this huge collection of books, tomes, and scrolls that exactly define what does it mean that your honor is your life. And you believe that the library contains a lot of texts from that relates to that. Usually because honor is not something that you can codify, a lot of trials end with this task or journey or quest to prove that your honor is what it is. So you prove yourself by doing honorable things. And when you are prosecuting, you should probably search for cases where honor didn't wasn't the first thing that the man who is accused was thinking about when he did what he did. I hope I'm clear.
And we should think
So-
of things where he did.
Yeah,
We,
so
we should try to oppose that.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
are permitted to call for witnesses.
Mhm.
Um,
So I think we could probably search through the measure and find all sorts of contradictory rules in there. Some of them will support, some of them will not. Our kind of bigger goal of saving the people here and bringing light to this realm, or bringing these people to the light at least. But they're ultimately going to say that, you can't attack another knight. And
What
so
if he
we're
was
gonna-
corrupt? He was corrupt by not following Balderdash into bringing light to people.
Hey, Balderdash. I slap you.
Aww,
He's gonna bell to slap you.
I deserved that.
Balder.
Yeah, we killed an honorable knight, but there must be some loophole. Like
guys got
unless this happens or these conditions are met.
I got it. I think I figured something out at least. He's a knight worshipping Balder. He's undead. To me, in my understanding, that means he's cursed with undeath and he's not allowed to go into the afterlife. Destroying undead, especially a knight of Balder, to me, that's not an unholy act. Like, I'm relieving his suffering. That's my defense. I
But
think.
you're also relieving
I'm not
him of
defending
his
myself.
duty.
True.
And his duty is like goes beyond death.
But he was following his duty
Yeah.
when he was relieving him of his duty, incidentally.
Okay,
Yeah.
so can you guys remind me how exactly the fight started? So we ran
It's all a
up-
blur.
So
There was an AOE, and then
They said they were willing to sacrifice all the people who live here in order to maintain
Oh, yeah,
Strahd's
right.
imprisonment. And I said that's not acceptable. And
Oh,
Alfine and
yeah.
I attacked.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now I remember. Okay.
Yeah, I shot an arrow. I can't remember what
You,
you opened with.
also
Yeah.
Enoch, you used
I think you did a spell.
you used a holy spell, right, for that?
I may have cast Guiding Bolt.
I think the first thing you did was like a big AOE holy spell, if I remember correctly. That's how I have it in my head.
Oh, yeah. I used Radiance of the Dawn.
Okay, so
Yeah, right.
all your spells and all your magic and all your crazy weird stuff comes from your god. So like, it was the will of your god to do what you did, because that's where your power comes from, right?
Yeah, you
Like
could argue
when I
that
use mine,
as
it's
defense.
all comes from.
Yeah, this can go
wherever it
both
comes
ways.
from.
Yeah, they used power. They used healing magic on each other. So
No, they didn't. I stopped it.
Yeah,
They
and
tried.
it was clearly Balder's will that it didn't work.
Yeah.
We a more deceptive character.
As far
could
as I know,
argue
they
that,
use the power of their arms
But
to
Enoch-
hit her head.
Yeah, Enoch might not actually allow us to use that in his defense. Like say, hey,
Yeah.
your healing clearly didn't work because he's honor bound
Hey,
and all that.
See?
I can't discuss your defense tactics with you. That's honorable.
At the library, Vasero, Aramil, and Mouse, you go and scur all those ancient tomes and books, and there is one motif that links most of the texts that you encounter, and that motif is of this silver dragon that came into the valley decades ago in order to protect a temple that was built nearby by wizards who decided to hoard many secrets of arcane knowledge. And this dragon wanted to make sure that all the secrets that were buried in that temple will be safe for all eternity. And that temple is called the Amber Temple. But This dragon grew in fame and power, and he used that fame and power to attract a lot of followers, and thus the Order of the Silver Dragon was formed. The problem was Strahd. When Strahd came into the valley, probably the first thing that he did was to obliterate this order, to kill the dragon, and to take the dragon's skull and to put it on display in Castle Ravenloft. And the books describe the time of the Order right after the dragon was killed as a time of great grief and great sorrow. The knights were basically driven mad, thinking about this noble creature, this noble and just creature with its head put on display in Castle Ravenloft, and they swore an oath of vengeance to make sure that Strahd pays. What happened next, you do not know.
See, they're corrupt. No longer following their god.
If we can convince them that they've been corrupted by Strahd,
Ooh.
like against their, they didn't perceive it, but that's kind of hard.
They've been corrupted by their own curse, by their own oath.
Yeah.
Oh, before they casted it, like they went insane, right? Like, we'll tell them that they're insane.
No, they're just no longer good followers.
Yeah.
It's a hard pill to swallow.
It is.
Yeah.
Sir Gunthar, who is this robed knight, comes down again and say, "Well, who is the appointed defender attorney?"
I don't think we figured that out. Any volunteers?
I think it should either be me or Viscero because of our perception our persuasion and deception.
So you go for the slinky, weaselly, slimy attorney.
We're not gonna go with we're lawyers, right?
I can do it also if you want. I might not be as honorable as you, but we share many of the same views.
Stat-wise, I think Viscero has it. And we can share all our ideas. So.
Yeah, I can do it. Sure.
Another thing that you know what? Not another thing. Viscero, Aramil, and Mouse roll. Roll your investigation. I think it's investigation. Yeah, roll investigation. As you scur through the books and the tomes in the library.
12.
Woohoo! I got a lot. I got 26.
Oh my god. Okay.
I got an 8.
And 8. So as Viscero and Mouse look at tomes, and they.
Yeah.
Well, it's. Oh no! I should look at it like this.
Yeah.
You find a very interesting piece of information, Aramil. You find that Vladimir Horngard, who is the leader of this order, who is probably the man wielding the dragon-like sword, he had one of the knights as his lover, and that knight was Sir Godfrey, the knight that you all have killed.
Oh damn.
Oi.
Well, what does the rule say about fraternizing? But
and
is there
the
a
interesting,
rule?
I think
and the
fraternizing
interesting
is okay.
bit, and the interesting bit is that you all saw Vladimir's response to seeing Sir Godfrey's body, and he didn't seem very troubled, or he didn't even recognize the fact that his lover died. And when the books talk about lover, they don't mean it in a bad way. He was his life partner. They were inseparable. So this is interesting.
I'm assuming all the stuff you guys learn. Sorry, I was assuming the stuff they learn they eventually tell us, right?
You ask them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Maybe we can. That'll be like a sort of angle of attacking this problem of like showing them that they have been changed by the magic that the curse that they've placed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because
I-
I mean, they don't
I-
feel human feelings anymore or person feelings anymore.
So
They're just a hollow shell now of what they were.
here's a little bit that might help your guys' defense, by the way. All of the Morning Lord's clergy respect art, liberty, nature, and culture, promote betterment of oneself, and strive to bring hope to their followers and others. Many of these followers work in various creative arts. They are intolerant of evil, especially undead, and inaction that causes evil to prosper. So I think one could argue that these guys has lost their way.
Yeah.
They're
Mhm.
corrupt.
I mean, that's a perfect passage.
We just gotta make sure we sweeten it for them and we tell them really nicely so they don't get angry.
They're gonna get
Um,
angry no matter what.
But
Just
And,
one question.
yeah.
Sorry. What you said that we found about Vladimir Horngard, is it relevant to the time before they swore this oath? Before they became
Yes.
undead?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, before they swore the oath of vengeance.
So the knight said that they'll come back in a month. What, like, why?
They're
Or,
locked
like-
here. They're
Just the
sworn to
nature
this
of
oath of vengeance. They can't die.
well, neither can we here. We also come back.
Really?
I don't
Yeah.
want to test that theory.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty sure like nobody can die here. That's what sucks about this. You can't just like leave even if you die.
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure we've killed a few people.
Yeah, but they'll probably their souls are probably
the
taken up
souls
by
are
Strahd.
like reborn
yeah.
in this realm.
They become like I don't know some weird. They become probably become part of the ghost army of Strahd if he has some-
Probably something
uh,
like that.
Do they
So
come
Gunther-
back to life without memories?
So, am I done praying, by the way?
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
Yeah.
Seek forgiveness for attacking that night, and for my anger, and ask for guidance in the following day, and then to the library.
So as you pray, you think you see this shadowy form of a winged beast go over the walls as you concentrate on your prayers. And as you lift your head, you hear this voice. And this voice hisses, "My knights have fallen into darkness. Save them if you can. Show them the light they have lost."
Awesome.
Take that as a blessing.
Oh, dude!
And,
By the way, sorry. I was also praying with you because I'm playing on the betterment of oneself. All right.
I
was praying
I
with you right there.
appreciate it. I'll pray with you, brother. I'll pray with you, brother. Put my hand on his shoulder, lead him in a prayer.
Okay. Sir Gunther says that the court is ready.
Oh, that was
What
fast.
about the
No,
girl?
Oh,
24
sorry,
hours.
went
the
stuck
girl,
with
the girl, the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I totally forgot about it.
Mhm.
So
Fine.
as you go downstairs and you are just in front of this dining hall with some spoons and cups. They are still afloat as if someone is drinking and eating. But obviously no food is being swallowed and etc. And this young kid, she just talks and babbles and tells all kinds of interesting stories to this incorporeal, invisible, whatever. What do you do?
Hello. Nice tea party. Do you mind if we join?
And she looks at you scared for a moment, and then she realizes you're not someone she recognizes, and then she sighs and says, "Oh, you can come in. Do you want some tea?"
Yes, I would love some tea.
Oh, great. Sir Arthur is so kind. He can make some room for you, right, Sir Arthur? And surprisingly enough, you can see some of the plates. They make room for you.
I'll sit down and I don't know if Esmeralda is sitting down also.
She just stares from outside.
Okay. I'm kind of surprised to find a smart young girl here.
Oh, this
Among
is where
these
I'm
knights.
safe.
Oh, well, safe from what?
From my father.
Hmm. Oh, and who is your father?
Luvash. He's the leader of the Vistani. Just outside the town, outside Valaki, there's a small clearing there, and he lives there with all the rest of the clan, but I don't like them.
Yes, some of them can be a bit strange.
Yes, the knights here are very, very nice. They smell funny, but they're nice. They bring me
yes.
food.
They do seem really nice, and I believe you mentioned Sir Gunther. You were talking to him.
No, that's Sir Arthur.
Oh, Sir Arthur. Well, I passed the hallway earlier, and I think I heard you say Sir Gunther.
You must have heard wrong. This is definitely Sir Arthur. Can't you see? He's the only one who has this big helmet with dragon wings on it.
Oh, I haven't learned all the names yet. So sorry, I've only just arrived here.
Are you a ghost too?
I just pauses for a moment, like think it over. That no, I'm not.
So what are you doing here? You're not looking for me, right? My father didn't pay you to bring me.
No, he didn't. We did meet someone that was looking for you, but he was going in a completely different direction.
And she pauses at that, and then she says, "Okay."
So
She stirs some tea, and you hear this ting 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 ting. The spoon in the cup.
yeah, I'll drink some tea, eat some cookies.
Do you want me
these-
to dream of you? You know, my dreams, they come true. This is why my father wants to kill me.
What kind of dreams come true?
Everything that I dream come true. I just see those dreams, and they seem so real to me, and a day after or a week after, they come true. Like the time Pluto, he went to the lake and drowned, and then he came back to take his sons to put them in the lake. I dreamt that, and it happened.
Okay. You don't dream any pleasant dreams that come true?
Well, now that you think when you say that, no, I usually dream things that make people unhappy. Maybe this is why my father wants to kill me. Yes.
Yes. I would prefer you don't dream of me unless it's a pleasant dream. But I would never hurt you for it. But if you do ever have a dream about like that, then you should tell me about it.
Okay.
I would be very interested to hear it. How long have you been staying here?
Oh, just a couple of days. My father wanted to. I've heard him talk with some men. They came from the castle, and they wanted my blood, and I don't want to give my blood to anyone. So I ran here, and Sir Arthur, he's very nice. He made sure that I have some cookies and some tea, and we've been playing ever since, and it's fun.
No, that's really kind of him. And you should be protected. And if for some reason something were to happen to Sir Arthur or any of the other knights here, you can trust me and my friends if you need help.
At this point, you hear Esmeralda. She make this weird noise, and she turns around and leaves the room.
Damn, Vistani. I don't say that, of course.
And you see one of the cups with the lower end raised, and as if someone is drinking, and then it returns to the table.
Yeah. So you haven't like heard any of these knights talking about anything while you're here, have you?
Just about the strange man who went up to live in the tower, but they leave him alone.
Oh, there's a strange man in the tower. That's. Have you seen this strange man?
No, but I've dreamt of him. He's going to die.
Could you tell me about that dream? Like, how?
Yes, he was in a tower, and some friends came to visit him, and then Strahd came, and then he went out so that his friends could run away, and he fought Strahd, and Strahd killed him. But his friends got away, so is it a happy dream?
Yes, of course it is. Yeah. Could you describe this man to me?
Oh, he was old, and he has this walking stick and a wagon full of interesting things, and he had those wooden spoons, spears, small wooden spears. Yes, he had them, a lot of them.
Oh yes. And these friends, did you see them also?
Oh no, I didn't see their face, but I think there were 6 or 7 of them.
Oh yes. I'm sure it's a very pleasant dream that will end happily for all
Yes,
of
they
them.
were very happy when they left. They were some of them had tears. They were very happy.
Yeah, tears of joy. Yes.
Yes.
Well, I'll be around here for at least a day or so. So maybe we'll talk again. And
Okay.
yeah, and if you ever want to leave, just let me know, and I'll make sure you're protected and see if we can find some other place for you to stay.
What is your name?
My name is Nelfane.
Nelfane. You're a funny ghost.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll of course share all this information with the others.
Sure. And as you step out, you see Esmeralda. She wipes her eyes and she joins you, and she doesn't say a thing. Okay. The court is ready if you are. Gunther relays this information.
Have we had a chance to rest?
Yes. You can rest for the night if you want to.
Okay. I'm going to do one last investigation inside the library to see if there's any other information about any of the other knights that we fought. If I can get their names, that would be great.
I'm going to give him guidance on this, so you're getting a D4 extra.
Yeah. Can I help him?
Yes, sure.
Just by being around? Yeah.
So advantage and a D4.
So do you want to roll the D4?
Sure. 1.
All right, so I got a 19 plus 7, so it's a 26.
There we go.
Well, good thing you got that one in there.
That's right.
Okay, so you have. Oh no! What's this? What's this? Okay, so you have one named Riverdale Enrock. He's one of the knights. He was responsible for the arms and armory. You know of someone named Sir Arthur, who was the Chamberlain. You know of one Erwin, no last name, and Cale. They were brothers. They hailed from a distant land, not this one. You have another name, knight named Dagult, and he was responsible for all the sacred oath of knights who fell during duty. He basically worked at the cemetery. There was a knight named Embergold. This is a surname. And he was responsible for the library.
Was the library?
Yes.
Okay.
One named Gunther, who was a judge, but he was relieved due to this mental disease that took away his ability to make good decisions. It's mentioned that Vladimir is now holding the position of a judge. And you have the name of Liam Erthing.
Liam Irving?
Yes.
Okay.
And he is one of the knights that was responsible for making sure the measure is interpreted as it should. He was this figure of lore and wisdom. These are all the names you find in the library.
No more stories like Gottfried's lower thing.
So all you know about Godfrey is that he was a very respectable knight, and he was the partner of Vladimir Horngard. They were destined to do a lot of great things in the name of the Silver Dragon, but Strahd has put an end to that. And Vladimir himself was a very, very honorable man and a very good judge of character. He was a man that basically led the order while the dragon has, while he slumbered. The dragon didn't make a lot of public appearances. So he was the true leader of this order. This is all that you learn.
Okay.
Okay. So in the chapel, basically you have Vladimir, and to the right of him you have Enoch, who is the prosecutor. Vladimir is the judge. Down near the altar you have the five of you standing as those who are being charged. And behind of you have this row of knights. Some of them are in shambles, but all of them have those pinpoints of red light lighting their eye sockets. And they are holding their breath literally to see the results of this court.
Just before we start, Enoch, do you have Stone of Truth prepared as one of your spells, second
I
level?
don't even know if I have Zone of Truth. Yes, I do.
It's
good call.
yeah,
Good point.
Yeah, that might be really useful if we were to like question some of the knights and ask them like, do you actually follow the Morning Lord and to fight this evil and let no evil whatever it was you said.
I'm just seeing if there's anything else I want to replace as well.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
sir,
would probably be very good.
I've been writing down defense points. So I think I'm ready to do this to replace Pesaro if need be.
Yeah, I mean, I have also a few things written down, but
And on the altar, just to add one more detail, on the altar, El Kalar is resting, as if it is part of this discussion and debate. Vladimir doesn't say a thing, but Gunther is standing up and says, "Gentlemen, Sir Knights, and adventurers, we have gathered here to discuss the matters of El Kalar falling into the wrong hands of the death of Sir Godfrey by the hands of these men and women. And by the oath and the measure, the truth will prevail tonight. Attorneys.
Before we go into the room, I'm going to cast Augury on myself, like first thing in the morning.
Okay.
As a ritual. And the particular course of action that I'm curious about is if I turn the prosecution on them and them being wayward knights having lost their way and no longer following the tenets of the Morning Lord, what might the results of that be?
So remind me how the spell works.
So you choose from the possible following omens: weal for good results, woe for bad results. Weal and woe for both good and bad results, and nothing for results that aren't specifically good or bad.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, Gary, yes. 2 minutes. Focus distance. Casting gem. You think that weal and woe, it should probably
Both good and bad results. Okay.
yes.
Well,
Okay.
it's not what you think; it's what your god think. It's answer from the god, or the almighty DM, who is just and merciful and would never kill us or put us in any kind of harm.
Okay. So it's
Who will be defending those who are accused? Please state your name.
I'll stand up.
Yes. And there's a
And
hush
say
in
my
the crowd. A monster, he's a monster.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
The devil is your advocate. To defend
Bishop. No tiefling, knights.
Sir
Not yet.
Vladimir.
Right.
Sir
Yeah.
Vladimir, could you please read the charges?
And he says, by the oath and the measure, you have killed one of our own, Sir Godfrey. You have broken into our facility, and you have taken possession of a weapon that is not to be fallen into the wrong hands.
Who specifically is being charged?
And he points to to all the adventurers except you, and he says, our code have placed us in a desperate position. We are not allowed to delay this trial and allow Sir Godfrey to return to us. And we have been forced to choose a prosecutor who is not of our own. But as judge and final arbitrator, I will make sure that you will do your job as stated by the oath and the measure.
So,
And then he sits down and with his giant sword.
so to be clear, I'm prosecuting them, not myself.
Indeed.
Oh, that makes things easier. Okay.
I was looking
for
forward
throwing
to
us
see.
under the bus.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to see you cross-examine yourself.
Yeah.
Why did you do this? Well, I did it because of this. Gotta have the head turned with it if you're gonna prosecute yourself.
Yeah, and do different voices like, oh, Smeagol is nice. Oh, go.
Attorneys, to your opening... how do you say it? Damn it.
Opening statement?
Arguments, yes.
Argument, yeah.
Okay. Prosecution first or defense first?
Prosecution.
Oh, great. Okay. All right. I think it's very clear. The measure is very clear on the matters of life and death, and a knight sworn in their active oath is protected under the measure. Particularly in active duty, it is clear that you all entered this keep and killed one of the knights here, and for that charge, you're clearly guilty. As for the charge of breaking and entering into the keep, the evidence will be made clear as to who actually broke into the keep. All of you entered it for sure. But there are some amongst you who actually initiated this process and unlawfully entered the keep. As for the obtaining of the sword El Kalar in question, I honestly don't believe I can find any evidence to support a claim that unworthy people have come into it or it was stolen in any way. I believe it was lawfully obtained.
And the
So
knights,
the prosecution will
yeah, the
would like
knights
to withdraw
boo
that
at
verdict.
that. Boo! Stolen! Stolen!
They throw tomatoes at me.
And I sit down.
Okay, defense.
Out of character, did we ever see the sword?
El Kalar?
Yeah.
Before that?
Yeah,
we
he
steal it?
obtained it by killing a skeleton that was looking as if he was searching a way out of Barovia.
All right. I think the thing Gary will start with is we are here. We have the same enemy. We're here to stop Strahd from causing evil deeds that do nothing else but just spread misery. All our intentions and our acts, therefore, have been in this direction that I know aligns with what is the god's name again?
The Morning
Right.
Lord.
Morning Lord.
The Morning Lord. Strahd's servants have attacked us like the second we stumbled into this hell. Does this not show that we're not on the righteous path?
And there is a nod of agreement by some of the knights. I need you both, Enoch and Emiliano, roll your persuasion. It's not persuasion, actually. It's we have persuasion. Yeah, so roll for it and make sure. Okay, just tell me the results.
11.
And Gary.
17. I used the luck.
Okay. So the knights nod in appreciation to your opening speech, and some of the knights look angry at you, Enoch, for that little loophole with the sword. And then Vladimir says, attorneys, you may examine and summon your witnesses.
I'd like to call the halfling known as Mouse to the stand.
All right, I go up, but I have to stand just on that seat because otherwise you wouldn't see me.
Will you submit to me casting a Zone of Truth spell on you?
Definitely.
Okay. I cast Zone of Truth on him and me.
It's an area effect, so
Didn't know
pretty
that was going
much
to be involved.
most of the room would be under
Is it? How big is it? It's a
20 feet or something.
60-foot range, but it's a 15-foot radius sphere. So yeah, most of the room.
Okay.
And that there is a save on it if you want.
If you
to
choose.
resist it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
And
make a
I think it
charisma
lasts
save.
for 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm good
Yeah,
at.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
So, is it true that through your actions and your might at arms that you took the life of Sir Godfrey?
Yes, I did.
You used your spear.
Yes.
You used your spear and thrust it through his chest, thus ending his life.
Sort of. Pretty sure it was my fist, but Yep.
Very well. And why were you here in this keep?
I don't think he knows that.
Like, man, why are anybody
For
here?
XP and loot.
Why are we all here?
Right.
Yeah.
And loot. Oh my god.
I don't know why we came here.
Following Nelfane, he wanted to go here.
All right. Just
Yeah,
following
that-
Delphine.
And to your knowledge, why was Nelfine here? What was his purpose here?
Search for his wife. you skipped
Yeah.
those
Here for
2
this.
sessions.
Yeah, you missed 2 sessions, so
Yeah. Yeah, so to search for his wife.
that woman over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
I rest my case. Well, I have no more questions for you.
Will the defending attorney would like to interrogate this witness?
All right.
The same witness.
Yes.
Hmm.
What is your character's name again? Crap.
House.
Mouse. Friend Mouse. Companion Mouse. I'm bad with names. Don't take this as an insult. I forget everybody's name.
Just remind me, who are you?
Who are you? Who are you, Mouse?
You did more officially. Please state your name.
Yeah, please state your name so that I might remember it. Okay. You can confirm that as soon as we stepped in to the fog that teleported us into here, did we not get attacked by some of Strahd's servants?
Yeah.
And then, in the town of, what was the town that we went in? The big one?
Barovia?
Valaki.
The town of Valaki.
Barovia. Village of
oh.
Barovia.
Yeah.
If
Did
that
we
was the
not?
first one.
Were we not? Did we not slay an evil warlock that worked for Strahd?
Yep.
And then did we not help the? What is the family's name of the Crow people? The Raven people.
Martikovs.
Did we not help the Martikovs and help them resist the attacks of the druids that worked for Strahd? Help
To
these
our-
people who have the artisanal craft of making beautiful ale that keeps all our strengths against the oppression of Strahd. Did we not help them as well?
To the best of our ability, we did.
Yeah, I mean we fought a trend, for God's sake, for light's
Yeah.
sake.
Blasphemy!
I rest. No more questions for now.
Okay. The witness may step down, and I need you both to roll your persuasion again.
6.
Emiliano, you rolled a 6?
I just need to roll more than him, right?
Okay.
You need
Oh,
to roll
wait.
high. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Wait,
roll.
wait.
I'm gonna use the luck.
I can
Or
help you too.
what do you want to say?
No, I can also help you with that. I can give you a 10 or a 9.
Those slinky defense attorneys. They-
Working
I have-
together over there.
Exhibit
Yeah.
A.
Once my luck runs out, you can do that. Or well, depending on when I get on the second roll here, that I'm gonna do again.
That runs.
So what's your roll?
My roll is a 16.
16. Okay.
He used the luck point to double it.
So the knights lean forward to continue and hear this exchange. As you go down, Mouse, Vladimir looks at you, Enoch. Your next witness, and make a better job.
I'd like to call Viscero.
Okay.
Ah, shit.
And all of us are like, oh shit.
Am I affected by the-
Down my broom and just.
Well,
Peace.
everybody's in the zone, so if you
Okay.
don't want to be affected by it, you have to make a charisma save DC 13.
Yeah, I'm going for it.
Going
What happens
for
if you
it.
fail it? Do you throw
Okay.
up and everybody
No,
knows?
No, but Enoch will know if he actually made it, and if he fails it,
What
he'll
kind of
have to say
thing is it? Is it
charisma.
a charisma? Okay, so I rolled a 13 then.
You have to roll 13 or higher.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
Made
DC
it.
13. So
Okay, so Enoch,
Great.
you know that he is resisting your spell.
okay.
Focus on your weapon.
Do you want to claim him as a hostile witness?
No, that's okay. Sir Viscero, it's no doubt that you've done good things while you've been in this land, and I knew you before this land. However, can you tell me about that dagger you have in your possession?
Well,
Not a registered dagger, sir.
You have it unregistered. You have a license to carry that dagger.
well, it's a magical dagger that seems to have a little bit of mind of its own, and I think that it's best contained and handled by someone who knows how to use it for good.
Did not expect that answer. Good answer. Well done. And what makes you think you're the right person to control this dagger? Who owned it before you?
I think the guy who owned it before was some follower of Strahd. It was what was his name again?
Isaac.
Isaac.
Isaac. Okay. It was Isaac, and he was the guy who was running the guards in Vallaki.
Isaac, the terror of Vallaki, the
Yeah,
one
right.
who was responsible for so much death and destruction
Yes.
because of that dagger, one might say.
I think the dagger might have something to do with it, but I've had the dagger for quite some time now, and I've never been involved in anything like that happening. So I think that's proof enough that I'm able to use it for good and not fall under the spell.
And what for what purpose are you here at this tower? At Greenvosthold, sorry.
A friend of mine, Nelfane, seems to have met someone he might know, and I followed him here. We travel
His wife is Esmeralda,
Yes.
that lady right over there. Let the record show I'm pointing at Esmeralda. And when you entered this hold, did you do so knowing that you do not have ownership of this hold or the right to enter the hold?
We did think that this hold was abandoned, and we didn't think that the Knights of the Order were still active and inhabiting this hold.
One of the knights from behind jumps up and screams, "Lies! You've met us in the topmost room of the keep. He was there claiming he's one of us." And everybody else just shh.
Calm down. I'll get there.
Uh-oh.
The
Can you
mallet
tell?
on the table.
Can you tell me what happened in the top of the tower when you flew up there on the broom?
Okay, me and my friend Gary here, we went and had a look at the tower because, we wanted to see from the outside if there was anyone in here, and I basically was instantly attacked when I landed on top of the tower and tried to get a glimpse of the inside. So
How did you end up inside the tower?
I smashed a window and dropped down.
So I believe that meets the definition of breaking and entering.
Yeah, but I in my
Define
defense
smash a window.
I was escaping. I was escaping from a knight who was in the middle of attacking me.
What do you mean?
Well,
Please
at the
explain.
top of the tower there was a knight, and he was swinging at me.
While you were outside?
Yep, while I was outside.
So you're trying to tell me that you accidentally fell through the window?
No, it wasn't accidental. It was I tried to escape, and I hoped that I saw that there were people in there, and I was hoping that they might not be hostile towards me, but they were.
And what did you do to provoke this knight who attacked you? I use air quotes. Attacked you.
I don't actually know. I was just up there to have a conversation and ask some questions.
So he attacked you first.
Yes.
And look at Vladimir. So do we have a record of this knight who might be flying around the tower, attacking wayward people who are climbing on top of the tower?
So this is out of game. Are you referring to one of the Phantom Knights that shot arrows there? Because I don't recall there was a.
No, it wasn't one of these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't one of these. Yeah.
So
What's he see through?
Vladimir says, well, we do have our guards who are not part of this order, who defend our tower, if this is what you mean. Probably one of these.
I'll look back at you, Viscero. Was it a Phantom Knight or one of the knights you see seated here?
So it was a Phantom Knight, right, Ido?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It rings a bell. It totally rings a bell.
Yeah, it was none of the knights sitting here. So it was probably one of the Phantom Knights defending the tower.
Yeah, outside there were no real knights, only the Phantom ones.
Okay.
And
very well.
Yeah, I won't levy any judgment against him because if it's his job to defend this tower and I was up there, then yeah, obviously he's gonna attack me. But I was trying to escape. I was not trying to break in.
Okay. I have no more questions.
Does the defending attorney have anything to say to this witness?
I got some questions I think I could ask. Yes. And I think as I walk up, I look at the guy who started yelling before. As I look into his eyes, as I go up and then I look at Viscera and I say, when we first encountered this place, did you not believe, with the rest of us, that the presence of undead, mind you, undead in this holy place does not lead you to think that maybe a place of the Lord of Light might not be in order, and that maybe we thought it is abandoned? This is not something that we thought when we came in here.
Yes, that was one of our main considerations when we went in here.
Can I, out of game, did you submit to my zone of truth, Gary?
I don't know. Did I have to?
You have to either make a saving throw or don't, in which case you have to tell the truth.
Yeah, I think I can tell the truth for now.
Okay.
I could tell the truth for now.
For now, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, but then you have submitted to it, and then you can't lie
Yeah, exactly.
when it was casted.
I could just leave,
Do the
right?
save. Well, yeah, but it's like that would be standing in the other end of the room. I'll just be answering my questions from over here.
No, I'll answer. I'll ask questions that I won't ask any leading questions for now.
So you're
but you
telling
have
the
to
truth,
make
and I
truth.
know it.
Yeah, that has to be the truth.
You can avoid answering questions and skirt around things, but you can't outwardly lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll submit to it just so everybody sees.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I know.
Maybe I'll make a big show of it. Yeah. Besides that,
sorry,
what else
carry
did
on.
you grill him on? If I remember.
Breaking and entering and his dagger, essentially.
Oh yeah, his dagger. Mr. Viscero, did you not spend your entire night reading about powerful magical weapons and contemplating on the heaviness of weight placed on your shoulders of carrying such a powerful object?
Oh yeah, I definitely was. It wasn't a decision I made lightly, but I think it's definitely for the best. If it does, if I hold on to it, so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
I mean, you were there in battle, correct? Seeing what this sort of power can do to people.
Yes, I saw it firsthand.
Yeah, with great power comes, as
Great
you know.
responsibility.
That's right. And what else was there that you grill him on? Breaking in, right? Well, I mean, he defended himself, so no more questions. So only two. I'm good.
I have a follow-up question for the witness. That night you spent contemplating the gravity of your situation, where you accepted this dagger into your life. How much did you have to drink?
It was
You
a
say I don't
night
know.
after we defeated a very strong enemy, and I had a couple of drinks. I won't lie.
Can't.
But
No, he can.
no, I can't. But it wasn't a rash decision. I've been thinking about these since I obtained the dagger. So yeah, it's not a decision I made quickly that night.
Okay, no more questions.
Okay, your your persuasion rolls.
Could be
4.
performance too, right?
4.
I will give advantage to Enoch because you made a very methodical interrogation, and the piece about breaking and entering was very good, in my opinion. But
9.
That
With
rolled it so
advantage.
well.
Gary?
Crit. No luck spent.
Oh.
23 total.
Oh my god.
Thank God.
Oh, don't you
Okay.
have like a minus on it, Ryan?
Sorry?
Don't you have a minus on your persuasion?
No, I get a
oh.
+1.
Will the prosecutor call his next?
Aramil.
Okay.
Home stretch.
Yeah, this is the end of it. You had a during the battle where Sir Godfried was killed, you had an excellent viewpoint, did you not, from the chandelier?
Yes, I did.
And from your perspective, who attacked first?
Actually, I was on the chandelier after the attack started.
Okay, Fro. Then
the
prior
battle-
to you being on the chandelier, who attacked first? And let me remind you that you're in my zone of truth. And if you choose to lie, you have to make a saving throw.
I'm actually trying to remember. I don't remember. It happened a month and a half ago.
Lies. It was 24 hours ago.
How old is Aramil?
I don't know. It's about. Well, I don't remember.
He's over
He's
100.
not old enough to be seen, although. No, I honestly don't remember. Was it? It was Enoch that started this, right? Enoch who attacked
Yes.
first.
Enoch
Yeah.
and Belfane, more or less, right? At the
Yeah.
same time.
All right. Then in that case, I'm going to say that it was
then-
Enoch. It was you who attacked first. Once you've heard from the knights that they will not allow us to kill Strahd.
Can you elaborate on that? What led up to the fight?
They wanted to take the sword from you, Alcalar. You showed them the sword, and they wanted to take that away from you. Correct me if I'm wrong, out of play at any point. And they told you that Strahd must not be killed, because once he is killed, he will be relieved of this prison, of the current prison that they are holding him in at the moment, and they would not allow that. You argued that Strahd is currently causing a lot of misery to everybody in this world, and they said that this is a price that must be paid. And you did not agree to that. You could not have accepted that. And frankly, neither could I. Could have I accepted that myself.
So I'm gonna pull out that prayer book that I got from what's his name, the vampire hunter,
Van Richten.
Van Richten. So I'm gonna hold it up to the judge. I'm gonna hold it up to you. I'll pass it to the judge and say, "Do you know Aramel? Do you know what this book is?"
I do. It's a prayer book of the God of Light.
How? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you've spent many an evening with Enoch reading through this book?
Yes, I have.
So would you say you're familiar with the tenets of the faith of the Morning Lord?
Yeah.
In your opinion, why is it, and granted you said Nalfine and myself attacked first, why did they do that? And I'd like to point out to the judge, Sir Vladimir, that my esteemed witness here is a scholar of some renown in his realm and a teacher of both, correct me if I'm wrong, history and magic. Yes?
Yes, I am.
Vladimir growls, I don't like this line of prosecution, but the code and the measure convey that I must allow it.
I'm just trying to seek out the reasons why. The motive for murder to come through, there must be, what is it? Motive and
ability to
opportunity
do so.
and ability to do so. We've clearly shown that they have the ability. We've shown that they had the time to do it, and now I'm just trying to clearly show that they had motive to do so.
Proceed.
So, Aramil, what do you think motivated myself and Nalfine to attack these knights?
Well, a few things. First of all, I believe that a battle was about to happen either way. Had you attacked first, or had they attacked first, or had the knights attacked you first? You have obviously told them quite clearly that you will not allow Strahd to continue living in this world, and that we will fight them. We will fight and destroy him. They have decided, and that went against what they believed in. A battle would have started anyway. You just got the first hit. I don't think it matters. I think the battle was imminent, and it was obvious that it was about to happen before he struck, before any strike came down.
Okay. Do you think in your experiences researching the tenets of the Lord of Light, the motive behind the attack from the knights, from this party here, was motivated by malice or some other purpose?
It was not malice. It was the need to protect those who are suffering under Strahd's rule. And I must add also, the knights here in this temple are undead. And undead usually are not followers of good. I do not think it was an ill-made decision or one that was made out of malice to attack them when they told you, Enoch, that Strahd must be kept alive.
So
the knights are very silent.
in your readings of these books, do you find anywhere within the Lord of Light's tenets that says that undead should be allowed to roam free, or that suffering should be allowed to continue?
No.
So one could argue that those who attacked Nalfine, who is admittedly not a worshipper of the Morning Lord, but myself, who is a worshipper of Morning Lord, has been raised up in the monastery to battle said creatures, that this is a deep-seated belief of his and would give him ample motivation and motive to kill.
I believe so, yes.
The defense of the weak and the oppressed, and the destruction to undead and those who have fallen from the path of light. Those are feelings that he holds dear to his heart, and probably Nalfine as well.
Yes.
So I think I've established motive. I have no more questions.
Will the defense attorney investigate this witness?
This witness. Can I call another witness to the stand?
If you have no more witnesses, then the prosecution will invite their own, and then you will have the opportunity to interrogate them.
So I can only interrogate the people he calls up.
Oh, no. It's just the order. You can. Yes, you can.
All right. Then I think I'll just... I don't have any for Aramil. I have for... Sorry, I got a message. Vladimir. Oh, yeah, that guy.
We'll get there. I'll get there.
Yeah, let me call Enoch to the stand.
Can he do that, Your Honor? Sir Knight?
Do you have any other?
I have a few more questions for a few other people. I'll make it quick, though.
Then call your next and make it quick.
Sorry. I'd like to call up Nalfine. I have two questions for you.
Come up.
Actually, I have three. How did you come? How you were there when the sword El Kalar was acquired? How did this sword come into your possession?
We killed an undead skeleton rider who was desperately seeking a way out of this realm, and had been for years and years and years, it seemed.
By killing him, did you grant him the release he sought?
I believe so, yes.
And the sword was obtained afterwards? He carried that sword?
Yes.
Thank you. When you attacked the knights in this room, why did you strike first?
I attacked them to save the people of Barovia. These knights are clearly indirectly in league with Strahd, since they
blasphemy! Blasphemy! Order!
So you admit that you struck first and that you attacked, and that your actions have directly or indirectly led to the death of Sir Godfrey.
Yes, as I was saying before I got so rudely interrupted.
No more questions.
God damn it.
Defense attorney, anything to this witness?
I don't think so.
Okay, I have two more witnesses I'd like to call. I'd like to call Esmeralda up to state.
So first I need your
the rolls.
persuasion rolls.
11.
I don't need to roll, right?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Let's use my final luck.
Luck's about to run out.
Yep.
One day this will be even.
16.
Damn it.
Okay. Looking at Nalfine.
I just have one question for you. Let the record show I'm pointing to the Nalfine. Is that man your husband? Has she succeeded her saving throw, or I will know if she's
no,
lying.
she's
telling the truth.
Yes, she says, "I am not sure."
What do you mean? How can you not be sure that he's your husband?
I have never met him before, but yet he seems familiar. He knows things that I love. He reminds me of a kindred spirit that I never had.
Do you think that there's some strange magic afoot that might be affecting your mind?
I don't believe it's magic. I believe it's something deeper.
No more questions.
Malphane looks so thankful right now, Eddie.
I've got a question for Esmeralda.
I nod at you, Gary, like she's telling the truth.
All right, but I still have anyways. How long were you in Barovia? The zone is called Barovia, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have been wandering this land for the past 2 weeks.
How long have we been here?
Less than that. I think that a week or 5 days or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, then no more questions.
I have one final witness.
Yes.
Sir Vladimir.
And he looks at you with his deep red eyes, and then he steps up to the stand.
Has he submitted to my zone?
And all the knights are wavering and asking questions. How can that be? This has never happened before in a court. Yes, he did.
So he's telling the truth. Is it true, sir, that Sir Godfried was your lover, your life partner?
And he says, that name, I do not, but I have been Sir Godfrey. He's dead.
I'm going to pull out the book from the library that we found, open to that passage. I'm going to say, can you read this passage?
And he reads it aloud. And as he reads the passage that depicts his life with his lifelong partner, you can see that something inside of him shatters. This mask, this impregnable wrath and rage that separated him from his friends and from his duty. You see cracks in that wall. He says, it's been a long time since I've allowed myself to feel those old feelings. Sir Godfrey, yes, we were partners.
Gary, do you have any good questions for this guy?
Yeah, I got some stuff, I think.
I have one question, and then I'll turn it over to you.
All right.
Sir Vladimir, you know the oath and the measure
to
in its
the
entirety.
Letter. Indeed.
Where is it in the measure that allows Knights of the Morning Lord to swear an oath of vengeance that allows them to become undead?
He stutters and says, there is none such.
I don't believe I have a case anymore. The witness is yours.
I give you a high five as I walk past, and
I hold up my warhammer and drop it.
oh shit! It like breaks the wood floor.
Vladimir turns to you, Gary, and you see in his eyes this look, this plea for mercy.
I mean, my face is just poker face. How long has this order? Has everybody here? I'm guessing everybody in the entire building is in this room, if they can fit.
Yes.
I turn to him and I ask, how long have you all been under this curse, under the boot of Strahd?
Almost 5 decades. 500
5
years.
decades.
I hope I'm
Centuries.
Centuries.
centuries, sorry.
Damn. Now Esmeralda has been here for 2 weeks, I think. Esmeralda. I guess I should have questioned her that, but yeah, she's been here. No, I think I did question that. Yeah, she's been here for 2 weeks, and already she's been showing effects of the possibility of being influenced just merely by living in this place and persisting. Not only that, but have you died before, Vladimir?
I have.
Right. Now, all of us here, we've never died. When I turn around and I start speaking to everybody else, we've never died here before. We've never been tainted and been reborn by Strahd's curse. Also, I guess this is something that I should do as a summary at the ending of the thing, but I don't know how it works. And
Whip it out and swing it around, man.
Yeah. Roll with
all
it.
right, okay. Therefore, yeah, I believe that you're tainted by Strahd's curse. I believe he's the reason you're all still alive. Is he not? Does he not seem to be the fog that muffles all the light from your souls? God, Vladimir, I was right next to Adarmil. Right next to that chandelier, and I saw your face when you could not heal Gottfried, and I saw nothing. What did you feel? Did you feel anything?
I felt nothing. I
No,
was empty.
that's right. After all these years, emptiness, that is not natural. Yeah, I think I also dropped my broom. Boom. Walk back.
But sadly, like the broom just stays in the air, like with a
Yeah,
jump.
right.
Yeah,
Just
it
metal,
doesn't
like,
matter.
I'm not sure. Like,
So I'll stand up and I'll say, the Morning Lord preaches rebirth, renewal, the creative spirit, the light that brings life and hope. I think, and I turn to all the knights there, that you've strayed far too far from the preachings of the Morning Lord, that this oath of vengeance that you took allowed you to become abominations, and you fell directly into Strahd's hands. You're playing into his plans and bringing nothing but misery to the people here. You need to get over this oath. You need to move on and allow the Morning Lord to enter not only your spirits, but bring light to the people of this land. You need to move out of the way. There's new knights in town, and we're here to bring the light. And I sit down.
I
With
applaud.
that, with that, Vladimir lays down his sword, and you can see this strange translucent fog that coils around him into the form of Sir Godfrey, now a phantom. And Sir Godfrey lays his hand on Vladimir's shoulder, and the two of them, they look at each other, and the light, the red light at all the knights' eyes, slowly fades away. They are all slumped now with their heads bowed down. The sword clings on the floor, and El Kalar ignites. The altar is burning with this sword on top of it, and the light is washing out all the shadow in this chapel. The stained glass window reflects all the colors, and for the first time you see light, true light, filling this ruin and filling your hearts. As soon as this light bursts into being, it vanishes, but you can still see the blade, and the blade is a flame. Sir Godfrey smiles at all of you, and then he vanishes.
Yeah, he was the one
Nice.
good one. And the others are unmoving now.
Yes.
I'll go to Sir Vladimir. Is he truly dead? Like nothing there.
You believe so.
Is there a body under the armor?
A shriveled corpse.
Yes. Okay. I'll lay him down on the floor. Is his two-handed sword still there?
Begin looting.
Okay. Well, I'll
What
pick
were
up
you
El
for
El
again?
Kalar.
XP?
A great
Okay.
weapon is what we're here for.
El Kalar is now officially a sun sword, and I will convey the details of what it can do later on in an email or something like that. Indeed, a powerful weapon of good and justice.
Sweet.
Nice.
And what do you want? A two-handed sword? Great sword?
Yeah. Well, is there like I'm not thinking precise. Should we like? Is there some burial rites or something we need to do here?
Yeah. We'll. I mean,
Maybe have a crypt somewhere we
So
can.
as you
Got it.
discuss and try to figure out your current status, Arabelle steps in, and she looks at all of you and says, "Sir Arthur is gone."
Yes, I know.
who's
As
this little girl?
I told you about her yesterday.
That was a little
Yeah.
preoccupied.
Yeah, as
I
well.
call the
as-
little girl to the stand.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
told
As,
me. He
Oh,
told
yeah,
me you
go
were
ahead.
going to take me to the old man I saw in my dream. This old man, he has something to give me. And then she lifts her hand and takes your hand, Nilfane, and she says, "I can go whenever you want to go."
yes, of course. I was thinking that this might happen. As I said yesterday, we will of course take you somewhere to safety, and we won't let anybody harm you.
And she looks around and she says, "But I know all your faces. I think I saw you in a dream." And then she looks confused and says, "Oh well, let's go."
Great.
Well, maybe you could tell us about this dream, and we'll make sure that it's a happy dream.
Yes,
well,
I-
unless some of you don't want to hear the dream.
Actually, as a diviner, I'm very interested to hear her dreams.
Yeah, I want to know what happens.
Wasn't that the
Yeah,
one
but
that she already
she
told
yawns.
us about?
She yawns and she says, "Yes, happy dream. You were all crying with joy." And then she falls asleep. And we'll finish here.
Narcoleptic.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Can I-
Van Richten
is
will
there
probably show up at some point, I guess.
yeah.
Uh,
Is there a suit of armor I can find in the armory here or something like that?
Yes, probably you can.
Yeah.
If there's
we'll-
medium
Maybe the one
armor,
on Vladimir.
I take it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
what was that?
Maybe you
Yeah.
can take the armor of Vladimir's armor.
Yeah, I'm debating with that. He'd
Yeah.
probably want to get buried in his armor, but really, I think it's more useful here
Yeah.
helping
Yeah.
the people.
He clearly wanted to help the people. Yes.
I think
So,
what
uh,
is
scan this for like
the
magical stuff, right?
strongest medium armor that doesn't inhibit stealth?
Breastplate.
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 We can sort all this out in emails and stuff. But first, I want to applaud Brian and Emiliano for being our attorneys here. Both of them did phenomenal job
Oh wow.
at this. Yeah, this was amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, good
And
defense work.
as a special bonus for collecting the Sun Sword, you all rise to the 6th level.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're
Okay,
unstoppable.
great. Yeah, so I really hope that our next meeting will be in 2 weeks and not 1 month. Hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah.
Great. Great. So we'll end it here. I'll send you an email with all the details if you have any questions about equipment or things you want to loot out of the board. Just
We are looting everything not nailed down.
I'm using
Now
Airmail as like
everything.
a magic
Anything
scanning device,
valuable
just
coming
pointing
with
him
this.
at stuff.
I think
Hey,
there was something about a silver dragon.
Big ol'
Yeah.
The statue.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary, I think you should take the two-handed sword, the great sword. I know you're not proficient with it, but how badass would that be?
I'll just wear it, yeah. I'll just carry it on my back. Pretend like I'm about to take
Yeah,
it out and it's just Eldritch Blast people.
And then if you do get in a fight, 2d6.
Yeah, then he can like try to draw the sword while he gets slashed down, like just trying, like stop.
It's like those
that looks so
anime
easy in the
shows,
movies.
right? The
Yeah.
tiny guy with the huge sword.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So
All right.
have a great weekend. Someone had a birthday today because I saw
it's,
something.
It's
Yeah.
my birthday today. Yep.
Oh,
Hey.
amazing!
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Congratulations,
Mazel tov.
you didn't die.
It was
Holy
my
man.
birthday yesterday.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Well, my
Amazing.
birthday was the 31st of March. Are you kidding me?
Really?
What? Really?
Yeah,
3
the
in a row?
31st of March is my birthday.
So
Awesome.
whose birthday is tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, so happy
Come on,
birthday to you
don't break the streak.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay, so Mazel Tov lekulam to all of you. Yes.
Thank you.
And so 2 weeks from now, I'll see you all and we'll meet and everything will be fine.
Awesome.
Hopefully.
All right.
Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
Yep, see you then.
Bye bye.